Okay. Prabhu, how were we doing this? Like, was it like still three paragraphs people were reading each?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little tricky. Some of the pages don't have a whole lot of text. So in those cases, yeah, they can read multiple pages. But yeah, we're doing about the same thing. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Those of you who would like to read, like we normally do, please raise your hand, and we can take turns reading. And after reading for some time, we'll discuss. I'm just seeing here if there's a way to make it full page.
Actually, you can meditate on the pictures, photographs too. Don't just flip it. There's a lot of things you can
Yeah,
think.
we can go slow.
And you look at his photo, you can meditate also.
Yes, Prabhu, I agree. Yeah, this whole book, it's like the pictures, paintings are as wonderful as the text. Okay, so first person to read, please raise your hand. Advaitacharya Prabhu, would you like to start us off? You can read and then
78.
yes.
तोमाते से वैश्य श्री कृष्णेर पूर्ण शक्ति तुम्ही से दिबरे पत पर कृष्ण प्रेम bhakti. You are fully empowered by Sri Krishna. So you are able to award one loving devotional service to Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata. Yeshava Bharati Swami is saying, it is a common saying among God brothers who know what it means to take responsibility in this world for spreading Krishna consciousness that no one works harder in devotional service than Gopal Krishna Goswami. All this takes a tremendous amount of patience, which in colloquial terms is called a thick skin. My impression over the many years I have known Maharaj and served with him is that his skin is as thick as the covering of the universe. Wow.
Wow.
The next page, 18. Akrura Das. We were at the Saranagati village in Canada. The deity darshan was more than an hour late. Guru Maharaj stood there patiently and chanted his rounds while waiting to give the Bhagavatam class. Narasimhananda Das, in early 90s, many devotees joined in Montreal. Guru Maharaj and me were discussing a bhakti. During the conversation, I foolishly mentioned that if I were to give initiation, then this bhakti would take initiation from me. I mentioned this a few times, but Guru Maharaj did not respond or say anything about my foolish and crazy comment. He patiently accepted. Now that I think about it with a great shame, I see how Guru Maharaj was so patient with me during my growth in Krishna consciousness. Yasomati Nandan Das. Sometimes Guru Maharaj has no deal with very troublesome disciples. When they come for his darshan, he very patiently explained to them how they should behave. Urmila Devi Dasi. In 1988, my sister and I were sent to Ahmedabad by Guru Maharaj. After 2 years, Guru Maharaj decided to send my sister to Vrindavan and me to Mumbai, at the time Bombay. But I was reluctant to move back. Guru Maharaj tried to convince me for many days, but I continued to argue with him. Finally, he had enough of me and asked me, I am a guru. Should I listen to you? Or as a disciple, you should listen to me. Finally, I gave in and moved back to Mumbai.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Vibhu.
Srimati Mataji.
Bhakti Yogas.
Okay.
Gosh.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, I have a little bit of a challenge with the dark background.
Hmm.
I cannot, because of the writing so small.
Hmm.
I'm having a little bit of a challenge here,
Okay.
but I'll try.
Okay.
Can we enlarge it a little bit or no?
I actually made it full screen.
Okay. All right. Bhakti Yoga Das. Last year, when Gurmaj was in Toronto, he went to a home program and was driven there by our godbrother, Ramananda Rai Prabhu. Before the program was over, I asked Ramananda Prabhu if I could drive Guru Maharaj back to the temple, as it would make it easier for him, as it will be a long night for him to drive Guru Maharaj to the temple and then go home. The problem was that I did not ask Guru Maharaj if I could drive him. So when it was time to leave, Guru Maharaj called on Ramananda Rai Prabhu to get ready to go. Ramananda Rai Prabhu said, Bhakti Yoga said that he'll take you. Guru Maharaj turned to me and said, oh, you are a guru here? I'm sorry. You're guru now? Varaha Rupa Devidasi. While taking dictation, Guru Maharaj called his servant to go and call a devotee. After half an hour, he did not return. Guru Maharaj rang his bell and called the assistant servant and sent him to find them both. All three of them did not return. Guru Maharaj rang the bell again, but nobody answered. He asked me to go outside and find someone. Nobody was outside except for a congregational devotee who was waiting to take Guru Maharaj's darshan. Guru Maharaj asked me to bring him in and told him to go to the Brahmachari ashram and call them. Then Guru Maharaj told me that the disciples in India are not so sincere in their services, while in Russia, even if they could not locate the devotee, they would come back immediately and inform. This is one of many reasons why Guru Maharaj likes to preach in Russia. Bhakti Ratnakar Ambarish Swami. After Maha Abhishek in Mayapur, Guru Maharaj asked me, were you there? I answered that I was there for 2 hours. Guru Maharaj said, I was there till the end. Guru Maharaj is so committed that he contemplates everything to the end.
He completes.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. It's very nice. Devi Murthy.
Mercy and compassion, Sri Haridas. Maharaj generally discourages children to go for a walk with him, as they may get tired very soon. Bhakta Arjun, son of Mother April, who was initiated later in the evening by Maharaj and got spiritual name Amrita Devidasi, insisted and Maharaj reluctantly agreed. When Maharaj saw him getting tired, instead of saying anything to him, he started walking slowly and made sure that Arjuna was not left behind. He also asked Arjun if he wanted to go back early and that he would send one devotee with him. This shows how considerate Maharaj is. For him, every bhakta is important. Everyone feels that he is under personal protection and care of Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj's greatness has no bounds when take very personal care of not only the disciples but also their family members and other devotees. Lord Krishna is Samadarshi, equal to all. Similarly, our Guru Maharaj is equal to all, no matter how big or small a devotee is. He makes sure no one is left out from his care and love. He tasted every single dish for the pleasure of the cooks, even though he was not hungry at the end of the feast. While massaging his lotus feet, I felt like I wanted to get hold of these two lotus feet forever and may this moment last forever. Should I read more or stop here?
Yes, just finish the page.
Okay. After taking a quick nap, despite of my repeated request, he declined to take more rest and got out of bed to get ready for evening aarti and initiation ceremony. He was still drowsy and sleepy and turned right instead of left after coming out of my house. After seeing Guru Maharaj sacrificing his sleep and taking no rest while incessantly serving His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, ISKCON, and the devotees, I felt great respect and love for our Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj puts all his time, energy, and efforts in maintaining ISKCON and fulfilling the desire of Srila Prabhupada. After seeing Maharaj full of energy and enthusiasm to serve Krishna, I asked Maharaj, "How are you able to do so much without taking any rest?" Maharaj humbly replied, "Lord Krishna provides energy and intelligence."
Thank you. Uttama Radhika Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Devi Shakti Devi Dasi. Some evenings I would go into the hellish underground waiting rooms of New York Port Authority bus terminal to distribute books. There would be a devotee dressed in business clothes, already speaking to the people, convincing them to take Prabhupada's books. As I came closer, I saw it was Gopal Krishna, now Goswami, on Sankirtana after his working hours. This made a lasting impression in my mind. Here was such an exemplary devotee that after doing his job that Srila Prabhupada asked him to continue, he would immediately start preaching and distributing books. Soon after, he came to India, where Prabhupada virtually put him in charge of the entire country as GBC and BBT trustee. Prabhupada trusted him so much. Lakshmananda Dasa. On a flight from Delhi to Bombay, I was sitting in between Guru Maharaj, window seat, and a Frenchman, ally seat. It was lunchtime, and the hostess came by and asked, "Veg or non-veg?" Immediately from the window seat, Guru Maharaj loudly, mercifully responded by saying veg. The Frenchman looked at the hostess and said, "Veg." Urmila Devi Dasi. One day, after I moved from India to USA, I received a call from a number I did not recognize. When I picked up the phone, Guru Maharaj's servant told me to call Guru Maharaj in half hour. I was both shocked and delighted. When I called Guru Maharaj, he asked, "When are you coming to see me?" I told him, "I'll come to see you in Los Angeles." After that time, he called me every year he visited USA. One year, I could not see him because I was going to India at the same time. He made sure that I came to see him in India. One year, I came to see him in Atlanta, which on the trip was almost his last stop. When he saw me, he said, "I was wondering, when will you come to see me?" Yashomati Nandana Dasa. Every day, Guru Maharaj goes for a japa walk. In the past, I used to accompany him. Sometimes we came across some animals on the way. Guru Maharaj would look at them seriously and say, "Hare Krishna." Akrura Das. He's so merciful that he always insists that a useless disciple like me sit with him on the dining table. Suradas. When I approached Maharaj for initiation, I had head full of hair, and he insisted that if I want to take initiation, then I must shave my head. I was reluctant because by profession I was a filmmaker. It was very difficult for me to cut my hair and become shaved head. When His Holiness Giriraj Swami and His Holiness Sridhara Swami said to him that he's still in his profession, please initiate him as he's waiting for a long time, he agreed to give me initiation. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Amazing. Nanda Dulal Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Bhakti Yoga Dasa. I first met Guru Maharaj in July 1982, and while in his presence, I felt like a fool. Number one, because I could never think of any good questions or advice to ask. I still feel like that even today. All I could do was smile. So Guru Maharaj started calling Bliss Dasa until the day I received Diksha. Rupa Nuga Dasa. When Guru Maharaj was in Washington Hospital awaiting angioplasty, 6 of us, all disciples of Guru Maharaj, drove from Toronto to Washington to take his darshana. When we got to the hospital, it was Guru Maharaj forgot about his ailment or why he was in the hospital. His entire focus turned to the weather. We had a place to stay, and whether a local devotee had arranged prasadam for us. He gave local devotees specific instructions to take good care of us and glorified us for having driven all the way from Toronto on his instructions. The local devotees treated us like VIPs and made sure that we were very comfortable. The next morning, when the angioplasty was done, the first thing Guru Maharaj asked was to see us, again, to make sure that we were well taken care of. He was not worried about his own condition, nor was he interested in the results of the angioplasty. He just wanted to make sure that we had been taken care of. This is how merciful Guru Maharaj is. Varna Rupa Devadasi. One time, Guru Maharaj joined Braj Mandala Parikrama from Lohana, and on the way, while going through fields, a narrow pathway, we reached to a place where the pathway was full of black ants. The devotees could not avoid them, so everybody was light-footed, walking ahead, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When Guru Maharaj reached the spot, he stood for a while, looking at them, and then he called 2 of his servants to walk next to him, and he told and to hold him from under his shoulder and lift him so that he would not trample the ants. And he was also chanting loudly. After 200 meters, he started walking. When we reached the breakfast spot, I inquired from Guru Maharaj that he avoided trampling the ants. But what about his disciples? He said very seriously that a spiritual master, he takes every disciple's karma too.
Mm.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you. Ratikala Manjari Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Shyam Krishna Das. My first meeting was on telephone in 1982. On his way to Canada, he called me from JFK, New York, by taking a trouble to find coins and making a phone call from public telephone because my sister Vishaka had asked for. Lakshmi Bandas. It was in Pratigorsk during a walk in the park. There were 3 of us, Guru Maharaj, Anuruddha Prabhu, and me. That park is very beautiful and large. It is a place of duel of Lermontov, famous Russian poet. While walking through the park, Guru Maharaj said, "A good park." He repeated that a few more times. In response, I just silently nodded my head. And a little while, when we were alone with him, he asked me in Russian, "Why is this park good?" I did not know what a correct answer would be, and therefore I was silent. Guru Maharaj saw that I was not ready to answer. He said, "We walk in the park and chant Hare Krishna, and all the trees here are listening and getting benefit. That's why this park is good." Such is the compassion of Guru Maharaj, always preaching. Anuruddha Das. Once we were traveling from Moscow to Yaroslavl by car. The trip takes 5 hours. At one stop on the highway, amidst the dense forest. When Guru Maharaj went out of the car, a big amount of huge forest mosquitoes attacked him. They covered his whole face and shaven head. One devotee proceeded to drive away the mosquitoes, but Guru Maharaj stopped him, saying, "They also want some prasadam." When we travel in Russia by car between the cities, at every stop at the gas station, Guru Maharaj always asks us to give prasadam to the dogs there, and Guru Maharaj always asks the devotees whether the dogs took prasadam. He also always says Hare Krishna loudly to them. Madhumangala Das. Once we were serving Guru Maharaj, and he had to go to Russia. He looked very tired. Suddenly a fly came and sat on his face. Maharaj drove it away, but still it sometimes sat on his eyes, sometimes on his cheek. At that time, a devotee came and moved his hand to catch the fly in his hand. He caught it and threw it away, but the fly died. As the devotee was little short-tempered, Maharaj did not say anything to him, but Maharaj became cautious. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. iPhone 2. Can go next. It just says iPhone.
Bhakti Ashraya Vaishnava Swami. Is this right?
There's one above that.
Shortly after this, another fly? No.
Yes, right there.
Shortly after this, another fly came and sat on the tip of his nose, but Maharaj did not try to drive it away. He was worried that devotee may again catch that fly and kill it. When that devotee noticed another fly and raised his hand to catch it, Maharaj said, "Do not kill, do not kill." Thus, even when he was disturbed by the fly, he did not hurt it. Bhakti Ashraya Vaishnava Swami. Once there was a devotee named Ghanashyama Prabhu. He used to come and serve nicely, but then he would go away. He did that for a few times. The temple president was not accepting him in the ashram. Ghanashyama Prabhu attended a class of Guru Maharaj and asked, "A Vaishnava should be compassionate and merciful. Then why they not accepting me as a ashrama?" Guru Maharaj answered, "Yes, they should be compassionate and merciful, but you should also not play around with their compassion and mercy." He handled it very tactfully. This one to Chakravarti Dasa. One devotee, a disciple of Guru Maharaj, asked, "We have seen many times that if your disciple is right and another Guru's disciple is wrong, even then you punish your disciple and give position and post to another. Guru's disciples, why do you do this?" Maharaj said, "No, I don't do this." The disciple said, "Do you like this?" Guru Maharaj said, "It doesn't mean that I am not giving to my disciples. I have given all initiations. I have taken a guarantee to take you back to Godhead. Do not leave me. Rest. I will take care." So Maharaj has full potency to take us back to Godhead. He says, "Just do not leave me." Once Maharaj was walking in the garden in front of the old temple in Pune. He saw one cat meowing continuously. Maharaj stopped and watched her and then asked us to arrange milk for her. Similarly, many times he chants for animals, birds, and other creatures. The next one too, Prabhu?
This is good. We can stop here. Just this one here, a few words got changed or missed because it's a small font. So I'll just go back here. This was a devotee, a disciple of Guru Maharaj, under Chakravarti Das. A disciple of Guru Maharaj asked, "We have seen many times that if your disciple is right and another Guru's disciple is wrong, Even then you punish your disciple and give position and post to another guru's disciples. Why do you do this? Maharaj said, no, I don't do this. The disciple said, you do like this.
Yes.
Said, it doesn't mean that I am not giving to my disciples. I have given you initiation. I have taken a guarantee to take you back to Godhead.
Good.
Do not leave me. Rest, I will take care. So Maharaj has full potency to take us back to Godhead. He says, just do not leave me. Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank
Yes.
you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Next person, Pavitra Lalita Mataji or Rajiv Prabhu?
Paramadas, one day on his japa walk in Vrindavan, we approached Madan Mohanji temple on the Parikramam path. Some of the street sweepers were trying to take the pigs for slaughter. The pigs were screaming for help. Guru Maharaj told me to go to these people and convince them to let the pigs go. He even told me, if needed, to pay them, but to let the poor pigs go. I was amazed and so touched by his compassion, even for the pigs. By his mercy, I convinced them and they let the pigs go. Amog Leela Das. Once an accountant was caught of doing some financial fraud. Upon being asked, he told Guru Maharaj that he is facing financial issues at home, hence he committed the fraud. Hearing his issues, Guru Maharaj increased his salary and took a promise from him that he won't repeat this mistake in the future. Guru Maharaj works on the solution instead of punishment. Maharaj told another devotee, don't focus on punishment, focus on forgiveness. Even when asked what the levels of punishment to the devotees should be. 1. During Govardhan Parikrama, Guru Maharaj was taking rest at Apsara Kunda. A Mataji came and told Guru Maharaj, I have made many offenses at your lotus feet. Please forgive me, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj said, I forgive you for all the offenses you did in the past, and I am also forgiving you for all the offenses you will do in the future. 2. Guru Maharaj, while going on the morning walk, often chants for the ants. Once a devotee came before Guru Maharaj and asked, Maharaj, why did you stop walking? And why are you just standing, looking down and chanting? Is everything fine? Guru Maharaj said, I was chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra for the ants on whom you are standing now. The devotee immediately moved from that place, and in his heart, he was thinking about the compassionate nature of Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you for the opportunity. A life of care, compassion, and surrender. Bhakti Yoga Das. This year, 2019, marks two significant milestones for Guru Maharaj. The 50th anniversary of him being formally accepted by Srila Prabhupada as disciple, and 75th anniversary of his Vyasa Puja. We hope that by the time you get to the end of this book, you will find a fairly good understanding of a day in the life of Maharaj. For those of us who know Maharaj, it will help us to refresh our memories of our association with him over the years. For those who have come along recently, it will help to shine a light on Maharaj's journey of service and his dedication to Guru, Krishna, and the devotees. He first met Srila Prabhupada in Montreal in 1968, and from that moment, his service to his Guru began. In 1975, Srila Prabhupada made him a member of GBC with responsibilities for Asia. He was to remain in India and translate Srila Prabhupada's books into all major Indian languages, then publish and distribute them. Maharaj was so successful in his service to Srila Prabhupada that every time Srila Prabhupada met him, he would ask, where is the book? Srila Prabhupada made him a trustee of BBT and sent him to Russia in 1976 to represent the BBT and to present his books to the Russian people at the Moscow International Book Fair. In addition, Srila Prabhupada gave him the responsibility to build several important temple projects in India. Should I continue, Prabhu?
You can finish the page, bro.
Oh, thank you. 12 years after accepting Brahmanical initiation, Maharaj took the renounced order of life in 1981. 1 year later, in March of 1982, Srila Prabhupada's GBC gave him the responsibility of accepting the disciples in ISKCON. From that year on, Maharaj took the Guru's service seriously while remaining humble. Haribhakti Vilas speaks of many qualities of a spiritual master, one of which is that he should be absorbed in the worship of the Lord by chanting his name. For many years, Maharaj would accompany their lordships in the form of Shaligram Shilas throughout the world as he attended to his GBC, BBT, Sannyasi, and Guru duties. Anyone who visits Maharaj gets the rare opportunity to feast his eyes or her eyes and senses upon the forms of their lordships, and that he worships every day. He begins his day by worshipping the temple deities. Then he worships his deities in his room. After that, he takes darshan of every deity in his GBC zone by pictures that he travels with, and then goes for a japa walk where he continues to worship the Lord by chanting his names. Chaitanya Charitamrita says that one of the qualities of a pure devotee is his compassion for all. If one was to meet Maharaj personally, one would see that this quality coming out in full force. The first thing he would inquire about is your well-being, and then try to help you in whichever way he practically could, whether it's prasadam or a comfortable place to stay. Whenever he meets his disciples, one of the first things he would ask is how they are doing with their rounds. He would ask if they are serving in the temple, whether they are donating to their local temple, and even if they are chanting their Gayatri. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna states, the humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, see the equal vision, a learned and a gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. The Chaitanya Charitamrita also reinforces this statement by saying that one of the qualities of a pure devotee is that he is equal to everyone, and Maharaj also displays this quality in a way that enlivens devotees so much so that they feel encouraged and inspired. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Lotus feet. Divya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Ashraya Kariya Vandon Sri Gurun Charana Jaha Haiti Mile by Krishna Prema Dana. Taking refuge of Sri Guru, I bow at his feet. O brother, by this the treasure of Krishna Prema is attained. Guru Pada Padme Rahe Yara Nista Bhakti Jagat Tarite Se Dare Mahasakti. Whoever maintains unflinching devotion to Sri Guru Lotus feet is possessed of the great power with which he can deliver the entire world. Sri Guru Vandana Sri Sanatana Goswami. Srila Sanatana Goswami. Vaishnava Charana Jala Prema Bhakti Dite Bala Ara Keha Nahe Balavanta Vaishnava Charana Renu Mastake Bhusana Binu Ara Nahi Bhusanera Anta. The feet washing water of such a Vaishnava is very powerful, that can give you Prema Bhakti. Nothing is as powerful as that feet washing water of such a Vaishnava. The dust from the lotus feet of such a Vaishnava is also very powerful. If you take such a dust from the lotus feet of such a Vaishnava and smear on your head and the whole body, then your whole body will be ornamented. No other ornament will compare to it. Thakura Vaishnava Pada Srila Narottama Dasa Thakura. Can I continue this, Prabhuji?
Just see how many more. Yes, Mataji.
Humorous. Mahatma Dasa. For several years, devotee had been asking the leaders in Mauritius to invite Maharaja to visit. They were reluctant to invite him because they somehow had the impression he might try to control things and that he would try to get devotees to become his disciples. So, for a few years, they refused to let him come. Finally, devotees convinced the leadership that his presence would be helpful and that these fears are unfounded. When Maharaja finally came to Mauritius, there were no indication that he was trying to control the management or gather disciples. So almost every day, Maharaja would successfully do programs, meet devotees, and be of service in any way he was needed. Seeing that everything went well and that everyone was happy, he would turn to me while smiling and say, "You see, Mahatma, I am not that bad, am I?" Humbly confirming those rumors about him were all false and that he really wasn't such a bad guy after all. I felt awkward that such an exalted soul would have to say such things to me, but it had become a kind of joke between us. Hare Krishna, thank you for the opportunity, Prabhuji.
And Pranam. Thank you. Palika Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you. Urmila Devi Dasi. One year during the making of the Vyas Puja book, a dispute arose between different disciples regarding how to write Guru Maharaj's name. A devotee from South India wanted to write Guru Maharaj's name in South Indian style by appending an M to his name, Gopalam Krishnam. We were having a very heated discussion in Suradas Prabhu's office. During our discussion, we did not see Guru Maharaj standing behind us and listening to our conversation. As soon as we noticed him, we stopped, and out of embarrassment, we all offered our obeisances to him. He laughed and said, "Very interesting conversation. Please continue," and walked away. Akrura Das. Guru Maharaj is extremely funny at times. I remember in Vrindavan, in the middle of the boat festival, he cracked a joke that someone, I can't name, has probably gone to the Govindas because there isn't enough room in the courtyard. Narsimananda Das. Once in Ottawa, we were shopping for some medicine in Chinese shop. At the end, during the payment time, Guru Maharaj asked for a discount based on us being Buddhists. I looked at him surprised. He looked at me smiling and said, "What? Buddha is Krishna." Yashomati Nandan Das.
Mataji, we can do next. We'll stop here. Thank you. Srinivas Pundarika Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams.
Dandavat.
Yashomati Nandana Dasa. I remember one funny picture with Guru Maharaj. He sits next to a computer and like an innocent child cautiously touches the keyboard with his finger. Bhakti Yoga Dasa. Back in 1986, I had a small Chevy Cavalier car in which I sometimes drove Guru Maharaja, to some home programs. One evening when Guru Maharaja came down to the street and I was ready to go, he turned to me and said, "Bhakti Yoga, where is your Mercedes?" Everyone laughed except for our godbrother Sanatana Goswami Prabhu, who always took things seriously. He asked Guru Maharaj, "Does he really have a Mercedes?" Guru Maharaj looked at me and smiled. Varaha Rupa Devi Dasi. One day while taking dictation, halfway through, Guru Maharaj stopped speaking and I looked up. It was 10 p.m. and Guru Maharaj had his eyes closed. I looked at his servant and raised my eyebrows, and he, with his hand action, told me that Guru Maharaj is nodding. And just then, without opening his eyes, Guru Maharaj continued with his dictation from where he had left. I felt he had gone into meditation. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Would anyone else like to read? where it's 9:30, so it's a good time to stop. But if someone else would like to read, they can read.
Prabhuji, I would like to read Hare
Sure.
Krishna.
Please.
Pratana.
Yes, ma'am.
Chakravarti Dasa. A few years ago, I had Nokia's keypad handset. Guru Maharaj's phone was ringing and the Dash Avatar Prabhu was not around. Maharaj picked up the phone and said to me, Chakravarti, phone is ringing. I said, yes, Maharaja. He asked whose call was that and asked me to answer the call. I didn't know how to use a smartphone. Maharaj understood that I didn't know how to operate the smartphone. He took the phone and put it aside on the sofa and said, keep it here. You don't know, and I also don't know how to use smartphone. And the phone went on ringing. Should I stop here, Prabhu? This is
One more. Oh, I see. Okay.
I cannot. Okay.
That's okay. We can stop. Or wait, is this the end of something? No, it goes on. So yeah, we can stop here. This is a good point to stop. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. This is a good point to stop because you had so many wonderful themes and topics to discuss. These pastimes are really, really sweet. So if someone has any reflections, any thoughts, any other pastimes that they're reminded of by reading these, then please speak now. I guess I can start with the animal pastimes. This section is so amazing because there are so many descriptions of Guru Maharaj relating with not just human beings, but his compassion to animals. And I was looking through, we had in relation to the dogs, the cats, how he was compassionate to them, and the ants. And then I was remembering fish also. When he would come to Boise, Idaho, he would always walk next to the green belt, right next to the river, on the green belt, right next to the river. And, you know, as you can imagine, this is the West and it's a river. There would be people standing there fishing in the river. And anyone who was there fishing, he would go and ask us, when he was walking by, he would say, Hare Krishna. He would loudly call out Hare Krishna. And then sometimes when he was close enough to that person, he would say, Hare Krishna. And then he would say, you shouldn't fish. It causes pain to the fish. And these people, you know, they were like avid fishers. And, you know, especially in the West, you know, fishing is like a sacred act. You know, it's like a sacred sport. You know, people, when they have vacations, they go fishing. It's like fishing is the thing they do. And he said, you shouldn't fish. And we would just be like nervous, like, what is this person going to do? Take his fishing rod and come and beat us? Like, Maharaj is, you know, was so bold. He would say, you shouldn't fish. And that man is fishing. And then one time there's a man who was far enough where he was too far from, you know, from the green belt. It was like a bit of a distance. And Guru Maharaj saw that man fishing. So he told us, he said, go and tell that man he should stop fishing. And one sentence that Guru Maharaj would say is that today you are fishing, tomorrow you will be fished. Today you are fishing, tomorrow you will be fished. And so Guru Maharaj would say this, and you know, he's Guru Maharaj. And then he asked us, and he's like, go and tell that man he should stop fishing. So we're looking at each other like, how? So we go there, run over to this person, we say, Hare Krishna. And then the man is already annoyed, like, why are they coming disturbing? And then we say, you shouldn't fish. Today you're fishing, tomorrow you will be fished. And I still remember this man looks over like red hot eyes, like angry, like, and at that moment, then we ran back to Guru Maharaj, and just thinking like, it's so amazing that when Guru Maharaj would do it, they would accept it. And when we did it, this man was actually angry, and but still he wanted us to do it. So that was just a memory. And this happened on multiple occasions. Whenever he would go walking and he would see people fishing, he would say something. He'd say, you shouldn't fish. And it was very bold because, you know, it's a park. People are in their own space. and he would say that. And also, I remember the ants. He would make it a point to walk around the ants, and he would tell us there's ants there. We would go down from the temple. On the way to the green belt, on the sidewalks, there would be a lot of ants. And also in the university, would cross through there, and he would point out to the door, there's ants here. And he would swerve, kind of like walk in a slightly different direction so that our party would miss the ants. Just like Narad Muni, right? In Magrari, in the same mood, you can see how exalted they are. He's like Narad Muni, teaching us how to save the ants. Okay, so I think Shyam Krishna. Yes, Garud Hari Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So one thing the Guru Maharaj saying that driving purpose, say you right now you now Guru, because so many places we see like at each center, which area somebody have a senior devotee, mostly they are driving, and other who's joining, they thinking, oh, why always he driving? So sometimes it's Guru Maharaj to taking permission, and they need to ask them how we like to drive other thing. Without Guru Maharaj's permission, no need to directly stand up and open door. Guru Maharaj came our car, and sometimes Guru Maharaj no coming, then they're thinking, oh, Guru Maharaj only love them, no us. A lot of our God brother also backdoor to talking this thing. So this thing just humble to know, because anything you are Guru Maharaj love everybody. Just take to Guru Maharaj permission to anything need to do before you criticize. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very nice
And
point.
another things also, because we are very close to February, and 2024 I heard Guru Maharaj coming. So everybody need to this prepare also. Guru Maharaj always coming June 3rd week or July 1st week. So this thing need to be starting to preparation also. Maybe we do some meeting, other thing, how do Guru Maharaj Jatra. This is not too big. This is very short time now also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for that reminder. I'm sure at the end of this, we will talk a little bit about that if Dvaitacharya Prabhu and Jagannath Priya Prabhu would like to. And we can, yes, definitely come back to that. Thank you for that comment also. Very nice. Shyam Krishna Prabhu.
Dandavat Pranam to everyone. Just maybe a little humorous, maybe not. What happened that, I was just reading Surdas Prabhu's, about Surdas Prabhu, that, he was in the film industries and he was going to take initiation and ask him to shave the head. But then, he let him keep his hair on, I guess, because of his profession. So on a similar incident, I was to take the initiations next day on Sunday. I was driving Guru Maharaj to some home program. It was Saturday evening. And Guru Maharaj asked very softly that, Suryakant, if you want to keep your mustache, if your profession is required, you can keep it. Because he always saw me in my mustache 20 years before then. So I don't know whether he was commenting on my mustache or he was giving me some message. So I did go to the temple next day for initiations with the mustache on. But then last second I decided that maybe there is a hint to shave it off. So I just shaved off. It was kind of little funny, humorous incidents. But yeah, Guru Maharaj always gives a message in a way that that you don't understand at the first time that what he really meant. Sit down. then you get the real true message. You may not understand at the first time. So that was just one incident that I will never forget.
Amazing, Prabhu.
Hare
Thank you. Yes, and what you showed by this example, the Guru Maharaj's style, where he's saying, if you need it for your profession, you can keep it. And that means, well, if you really don't need it, then please shave it.
So I was confused. I said, should I keep it? Because I never had shaved my mustache up to that point. So it was a little hard. Of course, next day when I went to the office, nobody wanted to look at my face. Anyway, that was something humorous, but subtle message. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. One devotee, I remember, he came to Guru Maharaj, and he was, meeting after some time, and he had a very nice conversation. And at the end, he said, Guru Maharaj, please give me an instruction. Guru Maharaj, please give me some instruction. And he really wanted like a big instruction, like a really, please give me an instruction. And Guru Maharaj looks at him and he says, can you shave this off? Yes. Thank you. Uttama Radhika Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I was wondering if when Guru Maharaj this birthday comes up, can we, like we have this Srila Prabhupada's radio with all his lectures, and if we can come up with Guru Maharaj's lectures. I know we have his app and everything, but this also would be very beautiful. Like we can even give it as gift to others, and the Lakshmi that we collect with this, we can always donate in the temple, taking up of temples.
I know one devotee from Bombay, Ruchika Prabhu, our god brother, he making. I know him. He from Mirror. He making also.
Okay, thank you. I did not know that. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I couldn't see it. Can you raise it higher? What it is? I didn't see what
the radio. Guru Maharaj.
Oh, yes.
Listen.
This one, because I know that Nitai Sevni Mataji's radio also has come up, and
Similarly, the mind, intelligence, and ego carries the flavor of.
So these have Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, as well as all the classes of Srila Prabhupada.
Yes, and Guru Maharaj uses it every night. So that's this way they go on all night.
Haribol Prabhuji, I'm sorry I'm interrupting. Where can we get that from? Like purchase it, order it online?
The Mirror one devotee, Ruchika Prabhu, he making. I know him.
No, the one Mataji has.
This one already. This one of Vrindavan every store.
Oh, okay.
Mataji, I got it from Atlanta. Only one of our somebody was selling it here to everyone.
So what is it? A radio of Prabhupada's lecture? That's what you asked for? Okay,
yes, a radio.
Thank you, Mataji.
Basically,
Mataji, this is your gift shop also have. Madhupati Prabhu brought. You go to your gift shop asking Madhupati Prabhu give you.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Haribol.
Haribol.
Basically, it's like a stereo radio with a like a flash drive in it, and the flash drive has all of Prabhupada's lectures and everything, and it plays it. That's what it basically is, technologically speaking.
Yeah.
The little that I know.
India charging 2,000 rupees, US charging $50.
Okay. And if anyone wants it, please contact Gurudev Prabhu. He'll hook you up.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Srinivas Pundarik. Okay, maybe that was still up from before, I think. Maybe. Yes. iPhone 2, is that still up from before?
I think so.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
No. Sorry, Prabhu.
Sorry. No, okay. Hare Krishna. Advaitacharya Prabhu, would you like to?
Hare Krishna. So yeah, I think when Sam Krishna Prabhu mentioned about taking the mustache off, Guru Maharaj always is very intelligent. He gives what he wants to give message, but he does not give directly, he just gives indirectly. But his message was to remove it. because he knows that professionally mustache is not required. So there's no question about thinking second time, because he says if professional required, do it. No problem requires mustache. So he gave message directly to him that please save it, So finally, I think he saved. That's a good thing. So Guru Maharaj's message always, he's very intelligent, so he gives you a message that without hurting you or offending you, he gives the message. So that's one thing. So we have to have some intelligence to really interpret the message, So that's one thing. Second thing about Bhakti Yoga, Das Prabhu has mentioned about that he was taking from, and Guru was taking from car from Ramanand Roy, and he wanted to help him actually. But that's true. Guru Maharaj is not comfortable driving or getting any service from every disciples. So that's where we have to learn from senior disciple or those who are working with him, knows his mood, and then we act, then it becomes very easy. Otherwise, you always make mistakes, That's and when he understands what service is given to which disciple. He does not get everything from everybody. So I think that's a simple message that we have to actually learn from that sometimes devotees wants to do a lot of services, massaging the feet. No, he does not get feet massage from every devotee. He just qualified people can go. So I think we have to just nice that we learn from those kind of experience that people have. Same thing about
Actually, Aditya Prabhu,
yes.
Only not that, actually, whenever Guru Maharaj, somebody driving and Guru Maharaj sitting, Guru Maharaj asking who's there, because he so many things discuss also same time. Some have a GBC meeting, some secret something have a to discuss and phone call. So he know not to know, everybody know, what is he doing. So many GBC or ISKCON, so many problems. When we driving time also discuss, that purpose also Guru Maharaj to know who he want to which car sitting and who driving with him, who is there behind, this thing also. So lot of our God brother, God sister, this thing, small thing, no understood.
Oh, you're right. That is just like every time when you in his car, he always asks, who is behind? Always, without fail, 100%, 110%. Even when you're going for what you call walk, and there are 3-4 devotees in the car, he always asks, who's behind? I mean, he always wants to make sure that he wants to know who's behind also. So I think that's how he is. One thing about Rupananda Das Prabhu has mentioned about when he was in 1992, 93, when he came to Washington, and devotees from Canada came to see Guru Maharaj when he has first angioplasty. And since then, you remember that, yes, Guru Maharaj always takes care of his disciple. Doesn't matter where you are from, who the disciple is, even your newcomers or seasoned devotee, doesn't matter. So Guru Maharaj always really do take care of disciples. He always worry about their what you call the accommodations, the prasadam. This is his love for his disciples. So yeah, we can see that. So there are a lot of things you can learn from different devotees. Has a lot of what you call comments here. Actually, I was thinking that when you read it, at least pause for a second. That time you can have more comments. You can come. Otherwise, you will forget it. So after reading 1 or 2 or 3 paragraphs, pause it and discuss. If anybody has any things to comment, rather than just finishing the 10 pages and then you try to remember what was the comment. So that's my suggestions.
I have a question. The book that we're reading is the second version?
Is the first.
No. This is the big book, Prabhupada Priya Jana.
Oh,
yeah, she's Shyam Krishna is. Advaita Acharya is holding Garuda Hari Prabhu.
Yeah, I was having, I was looking for it, I could not find it.
No,
So, you're not reading this book.
We're done with that book, Prabhu.
I know we done it, but I thought maybe we're reading again. I'm not sure. So it is the other one. The big one, the heavy one.
It's thick one.
The heavy.
Yes, a heavy. It's a heavy duty.
Yeah, heavy duty. Yes. Okay.
Krishna Kshetra Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, thank you. I have the audio in front of me. I don't know if you can see, but our Guru Maharaj is so humble. He says here, I want you guys, all of you to see. I want that all my disciples should hear 99% of Srila Prabhupada lectures and 1% of mine. That's what he said.
Wow, amazing.
That's very true.
That's the humbleness.
I think Guru Maharaj lectures are 99%, 100% is Prabhupada lectures anyway.
That is true.
You listen from Guru Maharaj, listen from Prabhupada, is the same message.
Rajiv Sham Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, so we went to India last year and we met Guru Maharaj there, and we had the same experience with him actually. So we had just reached Mumbai the day before, or I think the same day, something like that. So both me and Pavitra were very, very tired, but we wanted to meet him. So I don't know what he saw, but he arranged for a room. We're not staying in the Juhu temple there, but he arranged for us to have a room for us to rest for a few hours, and he arranged for us to have some prasadam and everything. So it was very eye-opening. I mean, we are fairly recent disciples, so unknown kind of people, but he's very merciful in terms of taking care of his disciples, that's for sure. So that was like a unique experience we had with him. Having his association is one thing, but him taking care of us was very merciful. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing that. And Guru Maharaj's love towards his disciples and devotees in general.
Devotees. Actually, he's some devotee coming this time also, Dubai. He's a disciple of Radhanath Swami. And the family, long time waiting to see Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj this year, little bit, cold. Then when he find out, first asking to Guru Maharaj, where you stay, when you go, you taking prasad or no? Then they say, oh, we already take prasad, we're taking only for your darshan, mercy. Then Guru Maharaj, okay, sending somebody to bring him to prasad, say, okay, you take prasad. This time Guru Maharaj not taking also dinner. So he's sending somebody to bring some prasad for him. So Guru Maharaj not only see on disciple, he want to all devotee. Everybody need to take care because Kartik is very hard to, prasad and rooms, other thing. Everybody asking, we have arranging, So
I was thinking that this mood of Guru Maharaj is very reflective of that statement that really stuck to my mind when reading this, where Guru Maharaj said, focus not on the punishment, but on forgiveness. And as disciples, we're always making so many offenses to Krishna and Guru, but Guru Maharaj is only focusing on forgiveness. He's only trying to see the good in us and bringing us closer to him and taking care of us, even though we don't deserve this, right? Even though really, what qualification we have to, or what interest he has in serving us by, arranging and caring for us. But he's always focusing on forgiveness. He's always so wonderful and so merciful.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
just to add to that, he also said focusing not on forgiveness only, but finding the solution instead of the punishment. That's what his exact words, finding the solution to the problem instead of focusing on punishing. And the other thing I just wanted to mention is what I'm really taking from this reading today is the ant episode, where he says, that I take the karma of my, disciples, and how he said, don't leave me. That is really strong. I will take you back to Godhead. So that's really, is going to stay with me from this reading. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Bol.
Thank you, Mata.
There is interesting thing about that incident. I don't know, the way I was thinking, that why did he ask disciple to lift him and not, because he did not want the karmic reaction of him stepping on the ants to go to Prabhupada. He did not want to give any trouble to Prabhupada, so rather he takes trouble of having his disciple stepping on instead of him, and that's the way I look at it.
I know one story, Delhi, and one Mayapur, very interesting story. One devotee staying in the Delhi temple, still not Delhi, he is staying now Vrindavan. He took whole donation box and out. And whenever a devotee somehow find out, and everybody decide to kick out, and Guru Maharaj call him, and Guru Maharaj forgive and give him to again service there. Say, I am a kick out, you are kick out, management kick out, then he go to outside, go to his karmi. And maybe Gopalanand Prabhu know the Mayapur story about the ring, Guru Maharaj ring also. So one Guru Maharaj servant took Guru Maharaj ring. Then Guru Maharaj when bathroom go, he remove out ring. Then when this day he go to Ekachakra. So somehow he took the Guru Maharaj was looking now fine. So call everybody, where go other thing, who took their rings, who come in the rooms. So we are, I think Gopalanand Prabhu there or no, I don't remember. I think you there. This time you red cloth. I remember this thing.
I think he knew who took the ring. He just didn't want to call out his name.
Yeah. So somehow need to find out who took. And this time is a Mahamantra Prabhu there, Shyamru Prabhu there. We are Shyamru Prabhu and me there as a gatekeeper, bodyguard. So we are both there. And Padasevan Prabhu there, Dayanidhi, and the devotee also. So this time Dasavata Prabhu not joining. So Padasevan Prabhu there. So then Mahamantra Prabhu know who took and ask him, please give him to now ring. Giving ring is a big problem. Then Mahamantra Prabhu took his to ring and putting one Russian Mataji bead bag and tell Maharaj, you yesterday chanting this bead bag, you chanting, you by mistake you putting there. Then Guru Maharaj understood this thing, who took other thing, and still Guru Maharaj forgive and give him to service. And same car, who took in his ring, and Guru Maharaj personally call him to put him in my car, sit down in this car, to take him to Ekachakra. This he have a Guru Maharaj mercy. Guru Maharaj know also who took. He tell to Mahamantra Prabhu and take he to keep into his car to take to Ekachakra. This Prabhuji.
Wow. Yes, just see Guru Maharaj is how much compassion, how much time.
This incident in the ring, in the book.
Yeah, this ring. Still this ring Guru Maharaj using. This ring. Everybody know the Prabhu. Some devotee know. He left body already. Gopalanand Prabhu who. we don't need to
Yeah.
mention name here. So,
And it's not just the ring, the fact that it was a valuable thing, but this is Prabhupada's ring. I mean, this is the ring that Guru Maharaj, the significance it has for his life, and someone's taking it from him, and still he sees him. And one devotee was stealing Lakshmi from Guru Maharaj regularly. He was also a servant, and like Guru Maharaj, when we talk to him, he knows immediately, right? He understands our heart. Like so, like you were saying, as soon as someone steals something, Guru Maharaj knows who it is. Like if he can know in our heart, then how he cannot know if someone's stealing his Lakshmi, right? So this person was stealing, and other devotees also got the idea, but Guru Maharaj let him. Like it was almost like Krishna playing. He plays sometimes with someone before chastising. He let him, and then after that, once he had done the offense enough, then he corrected him. But even then, that person continued serving in ISKCON. He couldn't be the personal servant type, or not be in the servants group, because Guru Maharaj naturally, people are giving him so many checks and things. But he kept him in service. He just, he's still serving in the temple in a different capacity. And especially he's thinking that now this person has been caught, now he won't steal. Well, he may, but still give him another chance. Still giving him another chance. And so compassionate. Wow. Yes. I was just wondering if would anyone who hasn't spoken would like to give some reflection, comment. We have just a few minutes, so someone who hasn't spoken something would like to share something, and just a reflection, something that stood out to them. Okay, so Advaitacharya Prabhu, Jagannath Priya Prabhu, would you like to say anything about Guru Maharaj's visit? Any practical items, Guru Maharaj's current health or something? And then after that, we can end.
So Jagannath knows more than I know about.
No.
I don't know. Talked to him for last 3-4 weeks, looks like now. And Jagannath Priya has talked to him a few days ago, and he's in touch with him, so he can tell more about Guru Maharaj's desires and plan.
You put me on a spot. So anyways, Maharaj, I think within, like Advaitacharya Prabhu mentioned, last few weeks he's called us multiple times. There are some things that he may need to take care of. So let's see, his travel plan may not be similar to last year, but we're waiting on a few things, and hopefully we'll find out more in a week or so. But if he wants to come this year, for sure, his travel plan will be different than last year, because there are some things that he has to take care of.
Prabhu, many devotees are booking tickets to India for summer. So do you have guidance in terms of just in general, your hunch when Guru Maharaj will come and leave, so that accordingly they can book tickets so they don't miss Guru Maharaj's trip here? Because last year, very late in the, if that's changed, then that's something that is, people might go early because they're thinking Guru Maharaj is coming later.
So, as far as that, first thing he mostly said that let's see how his health holds up. He wants to come, but he said all depends upon his health. And as all of you know, he thinks about it, but he really, till he buys his tickets, which is usually about 3 weeks before he comes here, it can change any time. But August, I was speaking to him about coming for again his Western calendar appearance day. He didn't say much. He said, let's see how my health is holding up. But we have requested him last year, and even last few times he spoke to me and Advaitacharya Prabhu. So he knows that, but he may have to come before that too, potentially. So let's see. He has to make that decision within the next few weeks or a month. But right now, there is nothing concrete. but I think he will most likely come here within few months if he has to take care of few things.
So everybody can take the 14 August. So maybe August 10 to August 20. Maybe, this time Washington DC. This thing everybody need to at least take, keeping the plan. So August 10 to August 20, definitely, Washington DC or somewhere. But this plan maybe everybody take is better. Need to stay is free this time, August 10 to August 20, at least. When, some up, down are very different. Last year, Guru Maharaj coming August 9. So.
So would it be safe to travel in June? Jagannath Priya Prabhu, do you think he would come earliest in July? Even if he take care of things, devotees can be pretty sure he won't come before July 1st or July 15th. What would be your hunch as far as the earliest?
Correct. So if you want to make plans, again, Krishna willing, I hope I'm not wrong, but yes, June, July would be the best time to visit India if devotees are planning, because again, we have requested him. He knows we have a sincere desire. He appreciated all of our efforts last year when we hosted that program. So Krishna willing, hopefully he'll come again during that time. But yeah, June is okay because he has to, like I said, again, take care of some things. He might have to come before that. Then I don't know if he'll come in August. So let's see. Hard to tell.
I think
he could come early. Means he could come like July 15th or July 1st.
No,
I think Guru Maharaj. Let's focus on August first, second week, from August 9 to August 20. Just focus on August 14 is the time. 5-10 days earlier, 5-10 days behind.
Correct.
Time you should try to be not have any kind of programs in your schedules, and you can do at last minute if you want to do it. That's one thing. Second thing about mid-March, April, this couple of months, that Washington Potomac Temple is opening in March 23rd or something. What's the date?
Yes, Gaur Purnima weekend.
Gaur Purnima. So I'm not sure he's at that time coming here or not, because Gaur Purnima is a big festival, but he might come here also. And I talked to Dwarkadis Prabhu. He says, well, if he comes there, make sure keep him for 2-3 weeks so he can get good health. And so that's their request. So I'm not sure Guru listens to those requests or not. But so if he comes here in maybe 2 visits this time, and maybe in March, April, around that time, and second is August. So if he comes here first time, he might not come in August, is possible. But if health is good, he definitely will come. So I think this is a tentative kind of guesswork from our side, based upon what is his mind. And ultimately he decides.
Aditya Prabhu, is it impossible to Guru Maharaj to visit? Guru Maharaj, March coming or August coming? Look like one visit only. See, no coming.
Both can be done, no problem. I talked to cardiologist point of view. This is that he can fly, no big deal, for a few days. So
we can make the Guru Maharaj March coming. Is it no problem? We are kind of March also same. Last year we just celebrating is Guru Puja. We not doing any Vyas Puja, anything. We are all the disciples get together, meet, one place, we worshiping to welcoming to Guru Puja. We can, which one we did 14 August, we can do also same thing March.
Yes. Yeah, so if he's planning to come, we find some dates, then definitely we can organize even short notice. It's not a big deal. We can do that. I think we have now some experience to get faster. So if we can do 2 times, no problem. That's not a big deal. As long as devotees' inspiration and desires are there. Everybody's has just desire, then can happen. Guru Maharaj will be, even if he comes for, let's say, for 1 week, suppose, still we can do it. It's not difficult. 3 days you can get together. But as usual, Guru Maharaj's plan does not finalize for late time. So we'll see.
What is Karthik? Guru Maharaj is not coming Washington DC temple opening. He is internally watching. He coming same August. He coming. He no coming this time. I know because something.
If we don't want to speculate, there are some things.
Okay, who's internally watching? I know one thing.
Yeah, I cannot mention.
You have more information. You have lots of information in your mind, and also you know those things. Anyway, you can let us know what's going on inside.
If it does not come in August,
He coming August. He coming August.
Listen, if it does not come in August, can we all go to Delhi for Vyas Puja? Maybe
Why
we
not?
should. Maybe one charter plane like Swaminarayan people do it.
Yeah. Why not?
I think we should think about that.
I'm ready.
Okay, so I think
You have to ask Guru Maharaj also that he wants to be people living Janmashtami in a program here and then go to charter there. He will chastise you.
Well,
we'll
have a
because this year is the 80th birthday, so 80th. So we need to everybody prepare. Delhi temple is already started preparation.
Yeah, this is a very special one, 80th. So there's a chance that Guru Maharaj may come in March. There's a chance that he may come early in July. So because I know some devotees who are also planning trips to India in March. So this is important information that if, as we get updates, we should share so the devotees don't.
Once some information will inform you as possible so people have.
Because everybody should be free the August 10 to August 20.
That is that's a fixed date. There is no excuse for that. No excuse for that.
Again, if Guru Maharaj health allows, he will come. Like I did multiple times.
Yeah, Guru Maharaj is coming in March, then we should be free at that time also. So whenever he comes, it's special. So that's.
You have to remember that there's an opening ceremony too, and so this is Guru Maharaj. Washington is he was GBC also for a long time. He has a lot of attachment for Radha Madan Mohan, and so.
He's also trustee. He's also trustee.
So if it's possible, he will come. But if it's not possible, he might cancel it.
Okay, wonderful. Anything else we can otherwise end?
I think because overall health is good. That's I can say because there's no complaints so far. Activities we can see online regularly. So we don't have much fear now about health is concerned. I think feeling good that he's stable. His movement is stable. His activities are good. So hopefully Krishna is really has a different plan for him.
Yes. Thank you.
Continue praying Lord Narasimha.
Yes, as usual.
Yes. Thank you. Vanchakalpatarubhesha.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Gurus Mataji. Hare Krishna.